adults are here. Let me see what's this. Retouch. What's that? Effects. Makeup. Oh, makeup. What's this? No. None of that. None of that. What are all these buttons? I don't know. So many of these buttons. I do not know. What's that? Oh, no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Hold on. What the fuck? Get rid of this. That. Okay, I don't want the green screen. All right. Fuck y'all. Oh my God, one person's already here. Well, hello, y'all. Let me see. I'm going to share this to the Book of Faces. Uh, 16, 17. Okay, I'm live. Hi. Hello, whoever's here. I think I have a chat room, right? What is that? Playables? No, I don't want playables. Chat filter, top messages, community moderation, automatic chat translation. Okay, cool. I've been live on YouTube in so long, I don't even know what to do over here. Rose Haven Designs from North Carolina. How are you? You're the first one here, I think. Well, I think there's a couple of you here. I started a little early. I said I was going to start around 3, but I said, between 2 and 3, really. So here I am. Birch coming to you live from New Orleans, where I teach witchcraft for a living. What's this? Retouch. I don't know what retouch even is, man. What is it? Lighting on. I don't need lighting on. Side. uh, I so rarely go live on YouTube. I don't really know what most of these buttons do. So that just shows me that I got to go live on YouTube more often. But one of the things that I really like is I can go like this. I can go like this. Because this is not made for kids. So we don't have to do all the TikTok stuff. Do I have to say grape, an essay, and pew pew, and stuff like that over here? Hopefully not. YouTube, my original home. My original home for video teaching of witchcraft is YouTube. Now I'm everywhere, and I just don't do YouTube enough. But since my live access on TikTok got suspended for a couple of days, we're doing it here. So Rose Haven Designs is here. I don't know who else is here. It doesn't tell me all that. Welcome to the live chat. Remember to guard your privacy and abide by our community guidelines. I don't even know what your community guidelines are, YouTube, but I know they're less strenuous than TikTok. So here we go. We're going to wait. There's people expecting me to be here around 3. I'm thinking in about 4 minutes. We'll hopefully get some more people in here. You know, Uncle Birch coming to you live from New Orleans, where I teach witchcraft for a living. And this is Witch School Live. So if you have questions, you can put them in the chat. Over here on YouTube, I don't know how to bring somebody up on screen. That's a little more complicated. But well, until the 14th, which I believe is Sunday, I won't be able to go live on TikTok. So, oh, it is hot out here, but it's New Orleans, so we got the Southern Botox. Man, it takes like 20 years off your face, even without the filter that TikTok automatically puts on. Uh, Things are looking pretty good. So Rosehaven Designs is from North Carolina. We got that. So I'm thinking you have a shop or something like that with a name like Designs. You want to talk about that? While we're waiting for people to get in here, plug that or whatever you got. I keep leaning off the screen to smoke, forgetting that I don't have to do that because this is not made for kids. YouTube, you're so different, so different. And I have never heard of anybody from Google uh, sucking Trump's dick, sucking Trump's miniature marshmallow or miniature mushroom. Um, let's see, I'm a fashion designer, high school, Western North Carolina. Wow. Well, fashion designer is interesting, but a high school teacher in North Carolina's got to be fucking interesting too. George Phillips, how you been, man? I spend a lot of time on TikTok because I got a lot more followers there. And you got to go where the traffic is. But when I get my live banned from TikTok, well, hey, you'll see me over here. So George Phillips been quite a while, man. So um, I'll try and go live here more often, so I can see all the people that I only see on YouTube, man. Uh, Uncle Bert's coming to you live from New Orleans, where I teach witchcraft for a living, and that's what I spend most of my time talking about. When I was a kid, my parents tried to convince themselves, it's a fad. It's a fad. He'll grow out of it. Well, that didn't happen. My obsession for witchcraft. Are you going to stop right for me? Like half another glass. Hold on. I'm just going to bring it to her. Hell, stop, dogs. Stop, dogs. You're not going out. You're not going out. Well, you ain't going out like that. You ain't going out. Ain't going out like that. Ain't going out. Fucking dogs. I have to bring Aunt Marta a drink. Okay, there's still some left in the can, okay? Did you hear that? No. There's still some in the can. What? There's more in the can. Okay. Okay. Dog, we're not going to play ball right now, man. I appreciate your obsessiveness with playing fetch, but quit trying to make fetch happen, man. Fetch is not happening right now. Uncle Birch coming to you live from New Orleans. Just taking a walk through the house because Aunt Marta texted me and asked me if I would pour her a drink. So I went and did my husbandly duties in that respect and poured her a drink. Maybe you heard her in the background. I did tell people I was going on at 3, and it's 3, so hopefully the message got out. Uh, let's see, we still got Rose Haven Designs and George Phillips. George Phillips. I think I actually know you personally. Hmm. The memory fades over time, but yeah, I think I know you personally. Um, Uncle Birch coming to you live from New Orleans. We'll see you know how many people show up to the YouTube live. See if it's worth going live on YouTube right now. Uh, I teach witchcraft for a living, and that's probably why you're on my channel in the first place, right? Because this is where I started. This is my social media home, beyond Facebook and all that. This is where I'm teaching witchcraft on the internet. This is where I birthed my correspondence course. Um, this is everything. So I always keep my YouTube going, but a lot of times it's posting stuff that I just posted on TikTok. So we'll see if I get my regulars here. We're at 302. They're lagging, but you all, uh, I've been teaching witchcraft for 45 years. So if you have questions about witchcraft, something you want to talk about, um, put it down there in the chats, and we'll talk about it. Been lurking for several years. Lurking, you know, that's one of my favorite words. Lurking. I spend a lot of time lurking here in New Orleans. It's a great place to lurk. Uh, and I should throw it out there. Hex Fest is coming up in August. So if you ever wanted to come to New Orleans, Hex Fest is the best time to do that, man. It's cheaper because it's really hot, and some people don't like to be here. But I'm here to tell you, everybody's got their air conditioning cranked up way too high. So you'll be fine. You know, you just go from place to place, and you'll be fine once you get in a place. So are the Appalachian Mountains. Yeah. Well, my great grandfather's from Appalachia. He was a coal miner and a wobbly union organizer, an organizer for the industrial workers of the world. And I didn't learn that until about maybe 10 years ago, after I had been an organizer for the industrial workers of the world for close to 20 years. So uh, while I thought I'd fallen far from the tree, um, I in fact had not. I in fact had just followed along with some family traditions that I didn't even know existed. So I've never been to Appalachia, never been anywhere near that, but apparently my roots come from there, and my roots come from radical union organizing. So yeah, I did not fall as far from the tree as I thought. My great grandmother was a coal miner in Eastern Kentucky. Well, I don't know Eastern from Southern, but yeah, my grandfather was a coal miner in Kentucky and an organizer for the industrial workers of the world. I've learned that recently because I have an uncle that used to work for the CIA as an analyst. And when he retired, he got really into doing our family tree and finding out everything about all of my ancestors and posting it to me. So I had no idea. Come on up, the Grammy Witches will take you right in. North Carolina, sure. South Carolina, I don't know. So I guess I'd have to go through South Carolina to get to North Carolina. Oh, I never thought I'd be in the South, but this is New Orleans South. It's very different. We're a very different piece of Louisiana, and I didn't have to pass through most of the rest of the state to be here. uh, Uncle Birch, coming to you live from New Orleans, waiting for people to get in here. I put out the announcement that I was going to start at 3, so we'll see. Um, See if we get enough people here. If not, I got plenty of other things that I should be doing right now. uh, I recently had a had an accident, um, crashing on my giant tricycle because my dogs were running too fast when they decided to chase a squirrel sideways. Um, and so I've been healing this shoulder over here. Been through like 2 surgeries. Um, Out of work for close to 3 months. So I really gotta, I gotta credit, my gods. Most people are one paycheck away from homelessness, and I believe um, I have been too. But 3 months, I'm still here, still kicking. You know, got some bills that are behind, but not in default. So while there is no retirement program or benefits package for old wishes that have served the old ways their entire lives, um, the gods seem to have my back. that keeping me going. But I also have a lot of people lately donating to my Cash App and my Venmo, that kind of thing. I put that in the title just in case people wanted to do that. But yeah, just keep driving through South Carolina. I think farthest I've gone is Atlanta, because I had to drive to Atlanta to pick up my German Shepherd puppy. Because the guy from Atlanta was going to bring it down here, and he kept lagging and kept lagging. It's like, oh fuck! If I don't drive up there and pick up the dog while she's still a puppy, we're gonna miss the puppy stage. You don't want to miss the puppy stage of your dog's fucking life. So I drove to fucking Atlanta, through the fucking Bible Belt. I did that, and then I drove back. That was probably 3, 4 months ago. So she was, good 4 months old at that point, but it's still, we still got some of the puppy energy. Um, and, the puppy energy is, part of what made me snap my collarbone off. Oh, it is humid today, man. I got some sweat going on. Let's keep driving through South Carolina. Absolutely. Well, I hope I hope y'all can flip North Carolina blue. It's always really close, but sometimes it doesn't make it all the way there. But we've got to do something about this Project 2025 uh, before they gain enough power to persecute us. Um, Already last this week, um, they took away our religious rights. Uh, our ancestors back in Wicca fought really hard to get our religion recognized federally as a recognized religion. I think it's like 84, somewhere around there. And with a swipe of a pen, Pete Kegbreath did away with that. Great date. Great age to adopt a pup. All our pups are rescued. Yes, all of my pups are rescued. Um, this is a purebred German Shepherd and a female. And the Marta is very studious, and the prevailing wisdom with a German Shepherd female is you do not get them fixed until they have had two heats. So till she's been through heat twice, we don't get her fixed. A lot of the hip problems that are inherent in German Shepherds um, come from getting them fixed too early. There's nutrients and things that they need in their body from the heats that they go through. And we ain't going to have a German Shepherd that's, got, ruined back hips. Uh, and my fucking vet keeps trying to fucking lecture me. And so we're not going back to that vet again. There's other vets that don't have that. There's other vets that have read um, the prevailing knowledge out there on the fucking internet. With a German Shepherd female, you don't want to get them fixed right away. So right now, we seem to be going through the early stages of her first heat. Uh, and it's interesting. She's not bleeding yet, but gets, has these bouts where she gets extremely clingy, literally climbs on my head. And she's getting kind of big for doing that. But we're not going to get that done. We're not going to get that done till after she's been through two heats. And this vet just keeps trying to lecture me, keeps trying to fucking tell me. It's like, no, my wife is studious, man. She has studied this fucking shit. We have another vet picked out that is not going to do that. And her next vet appointment will be with that vet. Quit fucking trying to tell me because you want to get more money to do a surgery on my fucking dog. When it comes time for her to get fixed, we're going to the ASPCA. Do a fine job. They do it. That's the main thing that they do. And it's cheap as hell. Um, this vet is just trying to get trying to get some more money out of us. And I don't like that. So we are not getting our German Shepherd female fixed until after three or 2 heats. Oh, okay. So it must be about 90 degrees right now because there's the cicadas. Now, oddly enough, I don't have one right above my head. I usually have at least one in my yard every year. Uh, and they all like, they kind of go off of each other. And then one cicada will go, then the neighbor's cicada will go, then the neighbor's cicada will go. But there's usually one right up here in my fucking tree. Doesn't seem like we have a cicada this year. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Uh, that's a great age to adopt. Yes. Yeah, all my dogs are rescues. All my cats are rescues. We have a male shepherd Malinois. Oh my God. That's intense. A shepherd Malinois. Well, I mean, Malinois are an intense fucking dog, but she seems like a Malinois. She's just so fucking intense. Absolutely correct. With males, you have to wait long enough for the hormones to kick in before the aggression. Okay, see, I've never even heard any of the data about males. I just know about the female. Uh, I mean, I had a purebred German Shepherd when I was a cop. It was it was a professionally trained canine unit. It was a canine unit, um, and I remember I had to learn German. This dog's papers were all in German, and all of the commands were German. So it was like Platz, nine. And this is a thing I learned. So there's nine, which is no, and there's fooey. Fooey means don't ever fucking do that again. And my dog was the best fucking frisbee player in the fucking world, man. He get 8 feet in the fucking air, catch that fucking frisbee every fucking time. The one time he was just too excited, and he jumped up and kind of bit my hand because the frisbee was still in my hand. And instead of yelling nine, I yelled fooey. Never again. Couldn't ever get that dog to play frisbee again. If I broke out a frisbee, that dog pissed all over himself. So I kind of wonder, how they train those dogs. Did they beat them when they said fooey? I don't know, man. It just fucked them all up. We waited two with our Staffordshire mix. We had to keep them apart at all times. Well, yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it. But they can be some sweet dogs too, but had to keep them apart at all times. Oh, because of the aggression thing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, see, I never heard that. I never knew that. When I had a German Shepherd male, I didn't know much about uh, dogs, and we didn't really have an internet then, so there was no Google. Um, probably shortly thereafter, there might have been a web crawler or a Yahoo. So long, old Birch. I'm going to the gym. Take care, brother. Good to see you, George. Thanks for coming in. Uh, we will see how long I'm going to be here. If I don't get, you know, good amount of people or a good amount of, stuff to talk about, then plenty of things I should be doing right now. But I've been going live every day on TikTok, and then yesterday, uh, they banned my live because I said that Trump is a racist, a misogynist, adjudicated sexual assaulter, and that there's credible evidence that he raped a 13-year-old. And that credible evidence, I mean, the FBI interviewing a witness 4 to 5 times is credible evidence. The FBI doesn't do that. The FBI usually gets everything done the first time they fucking talk to you, man. So if they have to talk to you 4 times, there's evidence. There's evidence, man. And that's all I said. That's all I said. And they banned my life for disinformation. School's out now, so I'm chilling. So how, yeah. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. We'll see. Yeah, school's out right now. My kid's doing using coding. Seems a good skill, but now with AI, I don't even know. You know, is coding obsolete now? Used to be if you knew how to code, man, you had fucking job security. But I don't anymore. Fucking AI, man. I don't know if that's lucrative anymore, but still, a skill he should have because sometime we might have to learn how to program our computers to defeat AI before it kills us. So I'm gonna keep him in that program for now. Uncle Birch coming to you live from New Orleans, where I teach witchcraft for a living. And over there at gumroad.com/witch school, I'm having one of my first ever sales because I recognize how difficult things are and how expensive everything is. And I recognize that Project 2025 is here to destroy us all. And we need more well trained witches in the world. So over there at gumroad.com/witch school, level one witch school, join anytime. I have reduced it to its lowest price ever. When I first started teaching on the internet, I looked up what Raven Grimassi was charging because he was a famous witch.